Okay, friends and neighbors, network animals, fellow network plumbers, we're back with a little more Juniper stuff. So today I think we're going to work through some things that make life on Junipers a little easier. And so if you recall last time, we were working with this particular topology here. And so we have a multi-layer switch in the middle, a couple of VLANs, 2 and 3, and then also the 2 and the 3 net, and then we gave the switch some IP addresses in the VLAN. Here, I'll show you that to you real quick. Which way did it go? There we go, right there. So we got our VLANs here assigned tags and IDs. We gave them a name. We gave them IP addresses, and then we came down here and put a port in each particular VLAN. So over here, let's see. Maybe what I'll do is make this a little easier to read. Okay, apply that. Now blue screen twice, so hopefully this one will hang in there. Otherwise I'm going to just throw my hands up in the air. So this is a little easier to see, so let's see what we got going on here. We'll do some VLAN goodness here first. Oh, I'm going to show you how I did this later on. Okay, so there's our VLANs. If I do a little show route, there's the routes I created. And of course, here's the end nodes. 3.1 and 2.1. Okay, so before we go further, I wanted to show you this handy dandy website here. So this is the the Juniper command line interface explorer, and in here I'm not online right now, but you can type in the name of the command or start with the letter that you think. And for any of you who have hunted around and looked for a Cisco command, you know exactly how frustrating that can be, and so this is a very handy tool to get used to working with a little bit. Okay, so this will help you find commands or ideas that you're after. Very, very handy. Okay, just full disclosure, right? This machine here is 2.1, and so we'll see if I can ping my gateway, which is the Juniper. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. So let's run through a couple of things here real quick. If this seems a little disjointed, I'm dealing with a bunch of blue screens today for some reason. Okay, so this is where we start, right? And this gives us our shell. Last week I called it the Linux shell, but somebody pointed out on LinkedIn very appropriately that it's actually BSD under the hood, which of course is a Unix flavor. Okay, so to get back in here, we're going to go CLI, and then we're going to go configure. And as we did last time, if we wanted to do some VLANs, what I want to take you through is a couple of things that make your life easier, as I said earlier. So what we did earlier was we did a set interface, something like this. Let's see, what am I doing? Unit 0 family Ethernet. Oops, spelling counts. Ethernet switching. VLAN members, and then I added it to the VLAN group that I had, or the VLAN that I had named and set up. And we could do that, but one of the things that makes life a little bit easier is setting up a group. Now we don't have the interface range command like we do in Cisco, so we're going to do this as a way to put things in a group. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do set interfaces, interface range, and then I'm going to create a range to do that. 2net range, let's see, spelling counts, the 2net range, and then I'm going to give it this membership. Now member range is a command that's built in there, but if we see here I've got this, what is your starting interface? And so my starting interface for this VLAN is going to be the bottom here, and then there's this very handy and easy to use 2, and I want to go to 11, and so that'll be my range that I set up. And then what I'm going to do is add those guys to that particular VLAN. So now I'm going to do a set VLANs, the 2net interface. Now if we look under interface, all the way at the bottom here, I find that I've got the 2net range. And there we have it. Okay, and so this would tell me, you know, I can do some options here, but I'm just going to go ahead and say edit that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and commit. Now if we exit out here and I do a show VLAN, instead of just having added one port here, then what I've actually done is added all of these with that group command. By the way, the asterisk means that these interfaces are up. They've got somebody connected there. Okay. Alright, so let's go back in and take a look at one or two other items here. I'm going to do something here. I wanted to take note that we've got these little plus signs over here and these other, this sort of greater than sign here. And those are just Juniper interface way of telling you that there's either more to the tree or that there are commands that begin in similar fashion. And so if you're just looking at part of them, that's an indication that there's something else to do beyond that. So that's a handy little thing to remember. Let me see. I don't think, did we do that? Well, we'll do it again. If this is a repeat, I just can't remember because of all the blue screens. But I wanted to show you something. If I am doing a, if I'm trying to disable or enable a port, if I'm trying to do a shut, no shut, on Cisco, that's pretty straightforward. On the Juniper, it's not quite so straightforward. So let's do this. Let's actually go through how we might do that. Oh, we need the interface here. So now if I look at my options, I can see that I've got this disable command here, and that's actually how I would shut one of these guys down. So let's actually do that, and then I would commit. So what is the impact of actually doing that? Well, if we exit here and we do a show int g like this, we can see that, well, we knew that there was nobody connected there. Now we're administratively down. All right, well, that's great. So how do we fix that? Well, it's not a simple matter of unsetting it or enabling it, because we don't have that option. If I do set interface, what are my options here? Well, there's that disable again. Well, that's not really helpful. So what I have to do now is I actually have to delete the command that I did before. So I'm going to delete the fact that I disabled this. Oh, did it again. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Whoops. No, I think we're okay here now.